Hey there, folks. It has been a long time since I did an intro. Brings me back to the earlier times. I hope that all of you are doing as well as you can be, and hopefully at least a little better now that you are listening to a new episode of Drift Delvers. I want to thank you all for joining us on this new adventure, and from our end, it has been quite the fun romp through the drift. In the unlikely case that you don't know, Drift Delvers is but one of many shows on the Strange Table Fellows Network, and we would love for you to check out our various other stories. Now, if you like what you hear with this show or any of the others, we'd like to ask you to spread the word about STF. Even this far into our recording history, word of mouth has always been the most helpful and the strongest form of getting us into new ears. So tell your friends, tell them again, tell your coworkers, let people know what we have to offer. We would so very much appreciate it because we want to share these stories with everyone that we can. You may also not be aware that we have a Patreon, and those subs are what allow us to do what we do and provide all this content. We are grateful for any support that you can give, and this gives you access to exclusive show content, behind-the-scenes chatter, access to reserved Discord channels, getting your messages in the show via co-inspirations, and so much more. And if you can't sub, we understand, but you can still come to our Discord. If you haven't, please do and join this great community that has grown around this network. So thank you all so much for listening, and tell your mama and them I said hello. And without further ado, and with much love, here is episode 40, Hologramma's Hands. Hey, listeners.
Hey.
They didn't say hey.
No,
they're supposed to say hey then.
Well, they're not listening right now. You know, they're just...
Well, I hope they're listening right now. It's on in their ears.
Y'all didn't hear them? I heard them.
You heard them? Okay.
Yeah, I heard them.
The time fuckery that is podcasting and releasing later.
Yeah.
I don't
already.
know. It must be this podcast old age. I couldn't hear it because we're 40 episodes old, y'all.
Dude, we
Oh,
are.
this is 40.
Just 40. Just 40. Just hit it. Just hit
Dang.
it. Right now. Right now.
Yep.
Right this
We can
second.
no longer jump off of things that are higher than a foot. You know,
I want to
without
thank
hurting our knees.
the Paizo
Tom
Podcasting
Cruise would
Academy.
beg to differ.
Yeah. No, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
we're seasoned. It's official now. We're playing this campaign, I guess.
Yeah.
Look, this show will get to where it's an old show once it stops feeling like the new show to me. You know, like it's still, we might be 40 in, but it still feels like the baby.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I like that optimism there. I think I gotta agree with you.
I mean, it's gonna be the baby then in its whole existence, I think. Because, I mean, what new show would we start?
I'm not saying when it's replaced by another show that is newer. Like, just, I don't have that. I know eventually I'll get to where, like, all right, we're settled in, you know, and like the show feels like it's experienced, like it's veteran, you know, these characters are. But I still don't feel like that. And I think part of that is due to the nature of the early part of this adventure being very reactionary and like, what is the crazy curveball we're throwing at this point? But it, like, we only just recently, I feel like, started getting some character moments and like, not that the characters haven't been able to talk to each other, but like, we're still very young in our developing camaraderies and things, you know, it still feels younger in that regard than than I feel like any other show when we were 40 episodes in, because so much of the time of the first half of the run so far was like, we don't have time, like we're in hell or we're in whatever, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, we had been through a lot of shit in the APA by episode 40. Y'all have been through a lot of shit here too, but to your point, it's much more reactionary than it is like forging you guys in fire, so to speak. Like some of the things that you had to do in APA. Yeah, you know, I feel like we're pretty settled in because I feel like that this is what the show is. The vibe is what now?
Okay,
you know,
well,
like,
yeah.
you know,
I mean,
like-
that may be a good thing because it may be that for the entire run of this show, it'll feel new to me.
yeah, I mean, that's great. That's great.
I think
Again,
that's like
I
the
like your
most,
optimism.
I think that's the most positive outcome.
Yeah, totally. I mean, I'm glad that you're finding it fresh every time we sit down to play.
I really do.
You know?
I like
I
this
can't
show,
ever predict it, you know?
Well, and I think Dustin being on this show as well. Like, there's a sort of, it's ironic, I guess, because the things that happen can be so cataclysmic or so daunting, you know. But there's like I don't know how to describe it, like a lightness to it because Dustin's here, because it still feels like the new show, like it still feels fresh, and you never know what to expect. And so there's a light, breezy quality
there's
to
a
this show
positivity,
as far as how it
underlying
feels.
positivity.
Yeah.
Sure.
Power of
There
Pine
definitely-
Sol.
There's definitely a lot of positivity that runs through it. I think
Pine
the
Sol in
light.
there.
I think the lightness comes through, or is coming from, these characters are not very tragic. You know, saying, I guess.
Not yet.
Yeah, I know, but like APA, every character had like serious baggage from the start, and we explored those with flashbacks and stuff, and like there was also on the meta level the weight that we were putting on it because it was our first like full length adventure, and we were just giving it everything we had. And not to say that we're like not doing that now, but I do feel like all of us feel a little less pressure about this show, and so we're all just kind of like having fun with it, like there are serious moments and your characters are serious people, and we're getting to know them as we go, but there is a lightness because I don't think we're putting as much weight on it ourselves,
Yeah.
and that comes from the experience, right?
Yeah, we've been in the game a minute now.
Yeah, totally.
How much real like game time has passed since we okay, we're going to Absalom, to check out this beacon.
I mean, it's hard to say. Like, you guys as characters have
The
experienced.
nebulosity of time.
You guys have experienced.
well, subjective time. Like, how much have we experienced?
That's what I was about to say.
Oh, okay.
2 weeks?
Not quite.
Me
2
at
weeks.
span.
Yeah, not even quite 2 weeks. It feels around that. But
Yeah, I think it's like kind of right at a week. Honestly.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. I mean, like, I don't know. Yeah, I think you guys have had like 7 sleeps.
Yeah.
That's fucking dumb.
Is wild. Thinking back in APA, like y'all had like travel time through the drift that was longer than that. Like
we had fart breaks in that show that were longer than this show's existed in the narrative of the universe.
Yeah, it is wild, and as much of that as you guys have experienced 7 to 8 days worth of time. However, you are on the timeline still only like
Moments.
a day or two
Yeah.
after the drift crash.
the drift crash. Yeah. Yeah.
So maybe these characters should be more traumatized then, because you're talking about 7 days of just complete unpredictable chaos.
We are
every fucking day.
traumatized. We have not had time to ingrain the trauma.
Right.
yeah.
I don't know.
And-
Maybe Desna's blessing is kind of staving
That's
away.
helping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Desna's influence certainly, I think, helps keep you guys calm, right? And I do think Heath has a point in that, like, the trauma is happening to you now, so you haven't really had any time to like.
We have to lock
Yeah.
that in and
We can't get
internalize it.
PTSD
Right,
because
right.
like it is not post yet.
I haven't made the
Right.
trauma
Not post yet.
a part of my personality yet because I haven't had time. You know?
Develop unhealthy coping mechanisms.
But I
Yeah,
also think that all of you are scientists or researchers of some sort gives yourselves a different mindset than a lot of people would, in that, like, you will still, you're taking it in as data and, okay, well, this is what's happening, and you can find rationality to it even in the absurdity of it. You know, go ahead.
I was going to say there's capability of like compartmentalizing it and kind of looking at it from a scientific perspective, of looking at it from, like, you know, not clinically, not in that verb, but like, as a scientist would,
as a
kind
research
of almost an
opportunity.
arm's distance length, you know, of it,
I think
even if it's happening personally.
Yeah, that's a good point, John. I think also, if we think about just, you know, sort of the personalities of the characters, including their jobs and all that stuff, there's at least more of a sense of an across-the-board emotional maturity than maybe some of our other parties, you know?
Definitely. I definitely think so.
Gil's the wild card there. I'm just not sure about Gil. But
Initially, he had a lot of, I wouldn't say maturity, just like non-existent emotions.
well, he was bleached.
Yeah. But now he's just kind of like, he's been bleached for a good while, so the emotions have been dampened, but now he's like coming into those emotions, and they're all over the place.
Yeah,
So yeah.
it's like being a kid again, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
He's on an intense level that the rest of us aren't. But you know, if you take the aggregate, you know, of the whole party, I think the emotional maturity is like probably a little more stable, a little higher than at least the APA, you know.
Yeah. Well, you know, speaking of Gil being on the outside of the rest of you guys, that's where we left last time, with him finally joining you back in, you know, or joining back in with you guys.
That's pretty well thought out.
I'll give it a strong B+.
I'll take it.
It wasn't the funnest transition, but it was an intelligent transition.
It was an emotionally mature transition.
It was. It really was.
Here
It
on our
was.
40th episode of Drift Delvers.
Yeah, well, I'm 40. We're 40 now, so we have to take everything very seriously.
we got to grow up a little bit. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Put away childish things.
Except
right.
Gil. Except
We gotta watch our triglycerides and all that bullshit.
Yeah.
So let's do it.
kill the boy. Become the man.
It's about time that the show started investing in, you know, IRAs and stuff like that. Thinking about the future, you know. Not 401ks, you know.
Who is Roth? You know? Like, who even is he?
And why does he have an IRA? I don't get it.
All right. So we're still in the midst of combat, turn
Yes.
order. You guys had just defeated the patrol robots, but only for Gil to walk into the lobby and trigger 3 hologram servitors. Now, we kind of briefly said what they look like at the end of the last episode, but I want to do the what we'll see is, so I want to give you guys the opportunity now to give a better description.
I was muted at the end of last episode after I gave John some shit for being muted, so I'll take that one on the chin. When I was muted, I was like, they look like mystical Master Chiefs from Halo. You know, they're like blue.
That's pretty good.
What is it in Starfinder? The holograms that are like actual physical material.
Hardlight.
Hardlight.
Yeah.
They're like Hardlight Master Chiefs. Yeah.
Kind of got a RoboCop vibe too.
Little bit.
Like a ghost Metroid. I don't know.
Ghost Metroid, yeah,
You
totally.
know, yeah.
Yeah.
My mind didn't go there until you mentioned it. Yeah, totally.
I got a little Samus vibe from it as well. We're not talking about the Metroid aliens. We're talking about
Samus. Yeah, Samus.
Right.
You know, the hero of Metroid.
Samu.
Yeah, Samu. All right, I'm going to kick on this battle music, and we're going
Please
to get
do.
right back into it. We're in round 5. Gilderon's turn was just to finally get through the door. He did, but now it's the first
Unshapely
That's
hologram.
it.
unshapely hologram.
He's got some lumpy hair. He's got a fupa. You know?
Oh man! All right, so I think what's going to happen here is that as a move action, it is going to fuck with your head, Gil. I need a will save. as this servitor starts projecting an array of like pop-up ads. It's just like just like pop-up ads on pop-up ads on pop ads, and you're overwhelmed by like, you know, like, get a free deal on the carburetor here, porn sites here, do you want a better internet service?
Oh no,
click here. You're like, it's just like, it's like nonstop.
Do you have that penis disease? We've got 8 prescriptions for you.
This is a weakness of older people. Oh no.
Were you bleached and you
My
just
bank
now
account.
found yourself again?
We can tell through the algorithm that your show is 40 episodes old now.
Here's some. Would you like some hymns?
Hymns?
For your hair and your dick.
Is this a fear effect?
No, it's not.
Okay. Ooh, that is a dirty 20.
Well, you're so old, Gil, that
How old is he?
You can't. You're just like, no, and you close the computer, and you are not distracted by these ads.
Yeah.
Nope, turn that off.
I'm not doing that.
Bill Burr or something over here.
It's like, what a waste of time.
All right, I believe then it will take another move action to move closer to you.
Sayun, help!
I am on the way.
It's Cora, she's back!
This one is going to move as well and try to do the same thing to you.
So, okay, just for the listener, this one moving there, like Gil is in this room to the bottom right, and now after they have moved, there's a hard light construct thing to the one adjacent corner to the top left, and then about 15 feet away there's 2 more that are adjacent to each other north to south, right?
Yep. And it's like a stop sign shaped room, mostly. Okay, let me get another will save.
Okay, yeah, that's me. I don't want an 8 penis enlargement! Alright, that's a 25.
Yeah, okay, saved again. Sayun, you're up.
Okay. Sayun is going to really, just try to step through all that broken glass, I guess. So it's double. So 5, and then that is 15, and that's 25. And then that's going to be 30, right?
Yep.
So that'll get Sayun into combat range. And he will try to just backstab one of these hard light holograms, I guess.
Yeah. So, they're not hard light, though.
Oh.
They are incorporeal.
Oh no! This is gonna be a long fight. Okay.
Ghosty boys.
Okay. I think that.
Does your sword have a fusion on it?
No, it has features. You know what I mean?
Okay, but you're entropic. You're entropic. I think you're entropic
strike is magical, right?
That's magical, yes.
Yeah, I think that
or
you
supernatural. It's supernatural is what it is, which is also the same thing, I think.
It's not the same thing, but
supernatural weapons count as magic for the purposes of overcoming.
I think that this one does. I think entropic strike. Although I'm not seeing it anywhere.
Supernatural abilities are magical, but differ from spells in key ways.
It's one of those ways that
incorporeal creatures.
Yeah.
Well, I think if they count as magical, then you're good.
Yeah.
I think so too.
All right, I'm rolling the die. 17, dude. This STF die from our good friends at Norse Foundry, by the way. Shout out to Norse Foundry. We haven't done that in a hot minute.
Norse Foundry.
What up, Norse baby?
Yeah. I'm having a lot of luck with these 17s on this thing, man.
Okay.
So 17 plus 7 is 24 to hit.
That is a hit. So I believe with incorporeal,
they still do half damage, don't they?
It's immune to all non-magical kinetic attacks.
Yeah.
All energy attacks and magical kinetic attacks deal half damage.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Well, this is a magical attack, so 4 damage.
Okay.
Oh gosh, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long fight.
Yeah, any incorporeal fight is long unless you have very specific builds.
Yeah.
Okay, so the replicable hologram servitor
Okay.
is going to need a will save from Sayun as it tries to hit you with the ad slam.
I see. Well, it's not ideal.
What'd you get?
I haven't rolled it yet. I just don't have a very good will save.
Just in general, it's not ideal.
Oh. That's a natural 1 for a 2.
Oh no. Okay, so you are overwhelmed by this confusing
no.
sensory information. You are flat-footed until the beginning of this creature's next turn.
Okay.
And that's a move action to do that. So now it's
Yeah.
going to standard action hit you with this hard light slam.
You said
So
it wasn't hard light, though.
No, it's not. So like it temporarily makes its hand hard light for the slam.
Generates hard
I
light.
see.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay.
All right, so here we go. Here's an attack on your flat-footed AC. I'm going to roll actual Norse Founder die, because why not? Okay, ooh boy. That's probably going to hit with a 26 on your flat-footed.
It does, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I do more damage on flat-footed
Of course you do.
attacks. So, ooh, this is not great. Oh boy.
Oh boy. Stop laughing. I don't like it.
All right, so let me put a D4 on there. Let me put a D8 on there. And a couple points of static damage. That's going to be 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
10 points of bludgeoning damage. Sayun is going to mitigate that. Right? He's going to bolster himself with entropic energy to reduce that by 4. All right, so I'll take 6.
You will be flat-footed until this hologram's turn. It is now Raya's turn.
Okay, I was trying to do a little research, which, if I talk about the research, it spoils some of my plans. But we might as well get it out of the way. The dragon gland, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't know if that counts as magical or not.
No, I don't think so.
No?
It's an augmentation.
So then it can't. So then it won't have any effect.
But it's an energy. That is an
It
energy.
is energy.
attack.
Energy's gonna do half damage.
Energy's fine. Energy's going to do half damage.
Okay. All right. Good deal. Okay. So tell me about the door. You said there's a window over here, or is it just?
Yeah, that's a window that you're looking through right there. So that whole like top right and right side, that's all window.
So
There's a door on the left top side, and then this left side is all
okay.
open.
There's a near enough door that I might as well go through the door. I was gonna say if there's a window right here, and otherwise I'd have to go like 35 feet around, then maybe the window's worth it. But if there's a door, 10 feet away, we'll do that. But I'm in shrubberies, so I gotta use up some movement.
Well, you can get there, but the problem is you got to use the other movement to open the door.
That's fine. Because here's what I'm gonna do. I'll move through the shrubberies, right?
Yep.
I can't. It won't let me. All right. So once I get in front of the door,
Okay.
In
I
the
would.
highway, in hedges. Sorry.
Okay. When I get up, I'm going to move through the shrubbery. She gets out of the bushes, gets back up on the stairwell, gets in front of the door, knowing that there's a fight beyond this with some unknown circumstances, right? And so Gil, who is being threatened here and who we're thinking of, so he's immediately to Raya's mind. Gil was nice enough recently to give Gil the Crimson Bangles. And so, I would like to use a swift action right here in front of the door to activate my Crimson Bangles. And so what that'll do is, anytime I'm within 30 feet of this spot, I can teleport back to this spot.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So
Love
if
it.
pretty
shit
tight.
like really goes south, or I get in a really bad situation in that room, I can teleport out
you
of the
can
room.
step out. I love
Right.
it. I love it. In fact, I'm going to give you inspiration for using inventory items that are often forgotten about.
Well, thank you.
So roll me a d6, please.
Okay.
Because there was so many items in APA that you guys forgot you had and like never
Well,
used.
especially that level
John was good
15
about
to
it.
20 range, you know?
Yeah, John was always pulling out some crazy shit from his inventory. I'd be like, what? And like he would throw me for a loop every time.
I mean, just to defend myself a little bit, I don't know that anybody in our network, or maybe anybody in most of Starfinder, has used the ion tape and zip stick as much as Heath Parker has.
Oh, you came
No,
on
no,
strong
absolutely.
with the eye on a zip stick. You love that shit.
That's my favorite non-magical item. Anyways,
totally.
I'm going to use the Crimson Bangles and stuff. You're giving me an inspiration. I rolled a 5 on the D6.
Okay, so this is going to be a general. Go ahead and roll me a d20, please.
D20, okay? That is a 4.
All right. Ooh, we're getting a just J-Rod inspiration. Been a while.
It's like you're really squeezing one out right there, dude.
Love that guy.
It's time for a Tokyo Drift Delvers
Let's go.
inspiration. Here we go.
Family.
All right. Everybody ready?
Labels out.
50% of something is better than 100% of nothing.
True.
That's ironically pretty appropriate to an incorporeal fight.
Yeah,
You know?
you're right.
Dude, well, how yeah.
J-Rod taking inspiration.
J-Rod, you really crushed it. Hey, you know what? J-Rod plays in the Slytherin game, and I will remind me, J-Rod, when you hear this, I'll give him an inspiration or a hero point for that.
Don't give it to him until he's listened to this episode and cashes it
No,
in.
no,
Like he's got to
yeah.
hear this episode.
You got to
first.
listen and
Yeah,
remind me,
yeah.
and then you'll get a hero point whenever you remember. Will it be a year from now? Who knows?
I'm pretty
because,
sure J-Rod's
because-
keeping pretty current, but I don't
Because
know.
50% of something's better than 100% of nothing. You know?
That's it.
Dude, when you're right, you're right.
Well, turn your
Alright.
own philosophy against you, J-Rod.
Round 6. Subana, you're up.
Right. So, thank you for opening that door.
You're welcome.
Because old
You gonna
Sumama.
walk through it?
You know what? Yeah. Let's go ahead and just walk past that threshold, and she's gonna kind of stick towards the wall.
Immediately
Just a-
forgets why she came in this room.
What did I do? I'm for it.
Oh, no.
Why am I here?
Why was I? What happened? Okay. And from here, she's going to continue with. And you know what? Actually, let's get a physical science. Recall knowledge for physical science. On this?
Yeah, physical science or mysticism, your choice.
Okay.
It's actually, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well,
It's going to be engineering or mysticism.
okay. Let me see
Yeah.
what my
Ghost robots.
mysticism is. My mysticism's all right. Sure.
All right.
I'll just go ahead and roll it off the
I
foundry.
mean, 50% of something's better than 100% of nothing.
Well, that's 100% because that's a nat fucking 20.
Yes.
All right, dude, I'm going to give you the whole
Give me the
enchilada.
everything. Yeah.
Oh, God. He'll never roll a real die again.
Yeah. All right, so it is a construct, which means it does also have the construct immunities. It is incorporeal. It has rejuvenation, which is not the same as regeneration. All that means is that if you kill it, it can be restored in 1 to 4 hours by the source that created it. All right, so you got to take down the source to fully kill these.
Come
things.
on, we know.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm trying to do a little subtlety, you know, like some subtext, man. Let it be. They're tethered to this room,
Okay.
so like
All right.
they cannot leave this room. And if you could
Interesting.
somehow force one to do so, it would be immediately destroyed. But that would be difficult.
I can do
They.
it.
What if we destroyed the room? What if we like tore
Yeah.
down the building?
So
Would
your goal
work?
here
There's a
is
minute.
to save Sinistcha from destruction.
I asked what I asked.
All right. Well, how
Again, I'm going to
flexible
let that
are we on
subtext. I'm going to let
one?
that subtext hang about what might happen if you destroy this room. It can also freeze in place and take 20 on stealth checks to hide in plain sight, which is pretty sweet.
Pretty fucking OP.
You know what the distracting ads are. You've already experienced those. And finally, their saves.
Yes.
Fortitude and reflex are tied for lowest, which leaves will as their highest.
Yeah.
All right, that's pretty good knowledge gain.
All right.
You know what? We're on our third episode of the evening. I'm on my third beer of the evening.
Hell yeah.
Inspiration, John.
I got you beat by
for
one.
remembering to roll a knowledge check, because you guys don't do that very often.
don't.
No, we don't.
Well, I mean,
We
to be
absolutely
fair,
don't.
half the party is not flush with skills. You know,
Yeah, I mean, the other half, though, they be slipping, bro.
Yeah.
So,
Dustin and John
Yeah.
do better.
that's why this is positive reinforcement.
Right.
Let me get a D6, John.
All right. It's a 4, my man.
All right, give me a D20 then.
Okay. 11.
11. Alex Spiration.
Dwarf facts.
All right. Here
Nice.
we go.
Dwarf is in under the table. Will not ever be in here. That's in under the table.
The dwarf erasure in this show.
Tokyo Drift Delver facts here. You know,
Two things
or
can be
quotes.
true. Look, 50% of something's better than 100% of nothing, Adam.
All right, I need everybody to hold it together as I do my best to read yet another Alex
Yes.
inspiration. Alex, I know I give you a lot of shit on the show and off the show, but I really do like these inspirations, even though they're ridiculous, and you should pay me to do them.
He said,
You do.
like a liar.
Oh shit, fuck, it's time. What time is it? It's fucking inspo time, you Norwegian fish hairstylist. Oh, you thought you were safe, didn't you? You thought, oh man, maybe, just maybe, Alex is done with this bullshit. Or, man, Alex must be too busy for our tomfoolery that is indeed from the South. But most likely you were thinking, surely, Alex must be dead by now. The hitman I hired said he'd do it in 30 days or my money back, and it's day 28. And I haven't gotten my daily peach emoji from him in a while. Well, guess what? I found your fucking hitman, all bald and shit. You think I wouldn't notice?
Nope.
Who do you think I am? Wait, what am I doing here again? Oh, right, inspo. Go get him, buddy. Hugs and kisses.
Is Dustin the hitman?
No, Agent
Yes.
47, dude. Come on.
No.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think it's probably Dustin.
You got that barcode on the back of your neck,
That's
man?
the bald person
Where's the
I know.
barcode?
No one expects, you know. And then I just.
He's got the perfect disguise. His is covered in hair. You can't even see it.
That's right.
Alex, that was a perfectly tame and normal inspiration. I expect you to step it up next time. All right.
Oh.
Don't challenge him. What have you done? We're 40
Love
now.
you, Alex.
We can't handle
We're
this.
way too old for all this, man.
All right, you still have your whole complement of actions,
Oh
John.
my gosh, I do. Well,
Which in this
not
game,
the
to
whole
remind
because
you-
I use my move action. But continue what were you saying?
Oh, go ahead. So you got standard action?
Yeah, I still got a standard
Swift
action.
action if you can do something with it.
Yeah. If you can get
Well, that
swifty
recall
with it-
knowledge is a swift
Free action.
or is,
No,
oh,
it's a free action.
It's a free action. Okay.
We've only playing this game for 40 episodes.
I
and
know.
this game in general
Well, I mean,
for 6
40
years, you know.
episodes. I mean, you start getting forgetful and everything.
Okay.
You know, so
All right.
that's
All
all.
right.
You know. So let's go with an energy weapon, so we can get at least that half damage. Okay.
I see you're targeting the one closest to you, I assume?
I'm targeting the one that is
the
next
center
to
of the
Sayun, in the center of the room. That is
right.
a 14 on the die. For, let's see, that's going to be a dirty 20.
Dirty 20 is a hit.
Nice. All right, let's get that. Damage. Okay, so that is going to be 8 points of fire damage reduced by half. So 4. Mm-hmm. All right. And that'll be my turn.
All right, Gilderon, you're up.
All right.
Now, you have no weapon,
No weapon.
no armor.
No armor.
In your jammy
Jammers.
jams.
My jammy
In
jams.
your jammy jams.
I am so comfy, physically, but just not emotionally.
Are your jammy jams patterned? Or
they are.
they're
They
tie-dye?
are.
I assume
They're
tie-dye.
actually just like matching plaid, but they're like very colorful plaid. Instead of just the basic like browns and greens and reds that you see,
Well,
it's like really bright neon.
Tell
colors.
me,
So wouldn't that be like nude colored for you then?
just skin colored.
Right.
tell me what you do in your nude pajamas.
Well, I take a guarded step downward, down and to the right. There was one of these holograms right up next to me, so I'm going to kind of move a little bit. And then I'm going to target the one that has been attacked, right next to Sayun. And in my pajamas, I'm going to hold out one of my hands, as you see, multiple different colors of energy kind of like move along my chest and down my arms. You see like 3 different colors of energy congregate at my fingertips, and I'm gonna fire a tripartite beam
Okay.
at the enemy. And this is
this is at the
fire.
center one, right?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm just going to go ahead and attack, see if I hit. All right, that's a 19 against EAC.
That is a hit.
All right, so this tripartite beam is 3 spiraling beams of glowing energy at a target.
All right.
That intertwine.
I can't wait for you to click this button because I think I programmed this correctly.
All right, let's do
We're about
it.
to find out. We're about to find out.
Damage. Normal. Nope.
No.
No.
You have to click on the other beams. So roll damage again, and there's 2 boxes that you'll need to click to get all the beams.
Okay, nice. Let's get all the beams.
There we go. Now we're cooking.
3,
Nice.
3 die rolling.
So that's 2 acid damage, 5 electricity damage, and 5 fire damage.
That's so
One
cool.
For a
acid
total
damage.
of 12.
What's really cool about that is
Damage.
early in a fight, that'll you can be gathering knowledge about what resistances and stuff they don't have just by using this tripartite beam.
That's why I got it. It's 1 attack, 3 different energy
All right.
sources.
So here's the question I have for you guys. This is a rules question. This
It's
is
magic.
3 different. This is 3 different types of damage, right?
Yeah.
However, it's all coming from the same source. So do we 50% each individual roll, or do we 50% the total damage?
The thing is, if
This
it's
is magic.
50% each individual roll, you get
Right, it'd be lower. It would be
I get
lower.
you get way screwed.
I mean, even aside from whether it's beneficial or not, I think because it's from one source, they all go together, and then you take the sum total. Mm-hmm. And you 50% that.
I think that makes sense.
Is it 50%? I thought it was just. Is it? I mean, this is a spell.
We,
Right.
we,
Still 50%?
we roll it differently when we take damage, or like when we're absorbing damage. Like last episode, when Raya was splitting that damage.
Yeah, but that was one attack that gets split. It was 1 damage total that got split.
I see.
It was, you know what I mean?
I
Because
see,
it was
I
2
see.
different types of
Okay.
damage.
It was
on
it was
roll.
one
Alright.
attack hitting me with 2
Yeah.
damage.
That's
types.
sports plan.
This is still going to be 50% because it's a magical attack.
Mm-hmm.
So all energy
Yeah,
attacks
the-
and magical kinetic attacks deal half damage.
The
So this is-
only way you get full damage on these things is with the Ghost Killer fusion.
Or force. Or
Or
force. damage.
force.
Or force. Oh fuck. Okay, never mind. Well, I had a good force thing.
Well, now
now
still
you know.
do.
Now I know. Now I know. You know.
So I'm going to say that as this is all coming from one source, that I'm going to total it and do half of that. Okay? Sound
Okay.
off in the chat. Let's get another day of discussion. Hot discussion.
Yeah,
about
y'all
this
spend
rules.
another 4.5 hours during my work day that I can't check arguing about it.
Yes.
You know?
Don't be bitter. That's 12
I'm
total
bitter
damage.
because I'm jealous of your job, Adam.
That's 6
That's
total
truthful.
damage.
Appreciate it.
6 total damage.
6 total damage. I did it. And you mentioned that they'll just like disappear if they go out of this room, right?
They will be destroyed if you can manage to somehow grab an incorporeal hologram and drag it out of this room. Yeah.
That makes me think there's some kind of emitter. Can I like do a perception check to see if there is an emitter that I can destroy?
So I'm going to say that there isn't.
Okay.
I'm going to save you that headache. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
So that was your turn, right? Move.
That was my turn.
Standard action. All right. It is the unshapely hologram servitor. It is going to move up to you, Gil, and is going to slam you.
It's probably going to hit.
Yeah, most
These
certainly.
pajamas.
22 against your pajamas is going to hit.
Yep.
But you're not flat-footed,
Nope.
so you won't take the extra D8 of damage. So you will take just 6 bludgeoning damage.
Okay, that's not too bad.
All right. Now, as the hologram servitor that's in the center of the room, saying you are still flat-footed, we are going to full attack you. Mm-hmm. It's not great, but I could miss both times, which I probably will. Yep. So the first one's an 8.
Okay, yeah.
Second one, oh boy, that's going to hit with a 21 against your flat-footed AC.
It does.
Yeah, I figured it might. All right, so here comes the damage. It's D6, D8, a couple more. Go. That's 10 points of bludgeoning damage to you.
Okie dokie. I'm in my HP now.
Oh shit, we in there.
Yep.
Saying it's your turn.
Hang on. I have to adjust my HP values,
You
sir.
have to do the thing.
Yeah. Okay.
You're allowed to do that on your turn.
That gives me an entropy point. Right.
I'll say the hologram in the middle that you guys have been working on looks about a little phased.
Okay.
The one that okay. Yeah.
Quite literally, it's phasing.
Zach, phased is subtext for bloodied.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got it.
I wasn't sure. Like,
Dude, I'm tracking. I'm right there with you, man.
All right. Good deal.
I think we're on the same page.
Just making sure, man.
Yeah,
Just
man.
making sure. Yeah.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Would you like some hymns for your erectile dysfunction?
Yeah, just sign me up for the package, man. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
will do. It's fine.
I
It's like-
Subscription
misclicked,
plan.
I misclicked, and I accidentally signed up for a year subscription. I get it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a 19 on the die on the entropic strike.
That's a hit.
Yeah. No pump. Nope. Just 11.
pump.
No pump. Yeah.
That's because of the hymns.
Yeah, I need the hymns, you know?
If you take the hits, you'd have way more pump. Dude.
Yeah, dude, it's just being
Well-
40 now, man. It's tough, you know?
Yeah, that's why you need it.
Okay, so I guess that's going to be 5 acid
gonna be 5.
after the
Yeah,
after
that's
the
5
half.
damage.
Yep. And I guess Satan will align his shield, try to get some additional nonsense back, you know?
All right, awesome. You are no longer flat-footed as of now. However, I'm going to make you roll a will save to see if I can put you back in that position.
Yeah. No, dude, that's a 10.
A 10?
Yeah.
No, all right, so you are flat-footed then. And here comes a single attack against you. Oh, boy. This is where I need that nat 20. Okay, not nat 20, but a hit with a 26.
Yeah.
All right, so
I think we're going to mitigate this.
yeah, that's probably a good idea.
We're going to
That's probably a
mitigate.
good idea. So that's 10 more points of damage.
Yeah, so we'll mitigate that by 4.
Okay,
To take 6.
I like it. You know, spend you one of those resolve points.
I have 24
or
HP.
whatever it is. Entropy point.
It's an entropy point.
All right, Raya, you're up.
Okay, we're gonna get in there finally. So I'm gonna move. Oh, well, I can't.
Why
Let
is
me
it
go
not-
through the door.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. Here you go. I assume moving
That's
here.
not where I want to be. I want to
Yeah,
be.
put yourself where you want to be.
Okay. There
All
we
right.
go. So I go around.
That will provoke 2 opportunities.
Only because of how you did it. I want to run behind Sayun's back and then get.
I don't know why you ran in front of
side-
them and around the other ones.
I didn't.
It
You
would
did.
make way more sense if you'd gone behind Sayun's back.
You fool. I run behind Sayun's back and then come up. And so now Sayun and Raya will be side by side, each face to face with one of these not legally distinct hard light Master Chiefs.
They're not hard light, but they
I
are
know,
legally distinct.
it's legally distinct for both things, you know.
Oh, okay, I see.
As
Different
part
kinds
of my
of legality, though.
as part of my running in there, could I, as part of that move action, could I draw a healing potion?
Sure.
I mean, like we
Yeah,
draw weapons. Like,
Yeah,
I, feel like,
I think that's
yeah.
fine.
Okay, cool.
I don't think that's raw, but like I agree. If you draw a weapon, you can draw a healing.
Right, if
potion.
I could pull a freaking axe out, you know. Okay, so I will do that, and then I'm just gonna have it ready to go to. I mean, I like if he takes more damage because I'm gonna start popping off some stamina healing, but it'll take. There'll be a round delay, but if Sayun takes a big chunky damage on my next turn, I will force feed him a potion. Right.
Okay, cool.
All right, so we roll up in there to the club, and then I'm gonna take a swing with my adaptive strike.
Attack the other one, man. I need to get the killing blow on this to get some free stamina.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so look, I hate to waste time, but I want to talk about this. I will acquiesce to your request, but not because I want to, because you boy, or rather you girl, this is where our builds have been perfectly in sync for this whole game, and now we've found a way that they are not, because I need to get them motherfucking kills too.
No,
but I
that's
don't
fine.
need to get them for stamina though, so the stamina is more important. I'll allow it to take precedence. I have a fusion that like incentivizes getting kills. It's fine. But I also don't want you to get your ass kicked, so it kind of makes it tough. Yeah, you gonna
What you
pop
gonna do,
off
Ryan?
some healing? I'm
What you
gonna
gonna do?
attack is what I'm gonna do.
I know, but which one?
I guess the one that Sayun wants me to. The one in front of me. Has it taken 0 damage?
Correct.
That's disgusting. Okay. Well, yep. We'll do that.
It's just, I'm repulsed.
I'm physically
Absolutely unacceptable.
nauseated.
Yeah.
Dirty 20.
Okay, yeah, that'll hit.
Okay. Good
I'll take
deal.
it.
So we're gonna attack, but we're actually gonna click the box for once because I am at my max, which I hate that the 5 is your max at level 4. But I'm at my max of 5 mutation points, and so I'm gonna get a damage bonus to this.
Ooh.
Nice. Let's go.
But I rolled minimum, which is 10 cold damage.
All right. Well, 5 of that.
But it's a
Five
higher
way.
minimum than it was. you know?
That's true. 50% of something.
It's better than 100% of nothing.
You're right. That's the episode title.
It
The whole
might
thing.
be.
yeah.
The whole
It might
thing.
be. It might
It's
be.
like a Midwest punk band album title.
All right, we are at the end of the round. Coming around to the top of the round, Subhana, you're up. You're here in the top of this room, looking down at this kind of 2-on-2 action and the 1v1 action with Gildy on the bottom. What you gonna do?
Yeah, so Subhana is going to finally go ahead and use a spell. Let's do a level 2 Blessing of Youth on your boy Sayun.
Appreciate
so
that.
That is going to be 3d8 stamina points, and I'm going to give you the option of either me rolling physical dice or rolling on Foundry.
I don't care. You do.
Roll real dice.
All right,
Roll real dice.
Okay.
You got lucky one time on Foundry. It'll never happen again.
Fair enough. Okay, so the first one is, that is an 8. Second one is a 3. And last one is a 4.
Okay, that's 15.
So that's 15.
Total. Yeah,
15 total you
I'll
got.
take that 15 stamina.
Hell yeah.
Good
So,
job.
like,
Damn,
she sees
hell
the-
yeah. 15 stamina?
Yeah, so she like sees the thread as a fate and just rewinds as much time to prior to this fight. Of course, can't rewind all the way to the prior of the fight. So gives you as much stamina as possible.
Yeah, I mean, Sayun just sees like rips in the cloth on his robes, kind of like stitching
No.
himself.
This is stamina, so you
Oh, it's
get
stamina.
like you feel your energy rejuvenate.
Oh,
you know,
okay, gotcha.
You're less winded, you know?
Less winded, okay. So
Like
he gets
you find a
You're a little
second
less
breath.
sore,
second
you
wind
know, from
I see.
deflections or anything
yeah,
like that. You know?
Okay. I'm with it.
Cool. Very good, Sabana. You have a move action. Is there anything you'd like to do with it?
Yeah, I'm gonna. I'm just gonna sacrifice the move action. I'm gonna remain
Okay.
right where I'm at.
You hold it down. Hold down. All right, here we go. Gil.
That's me. All right, I'm not gonna guarded step. I'm actually gonna move. Let's see if they got a attack of opportunity. So I'm gonna move. Well, if I can. So I'm gonna move to the left, 15 feet, and then up diagonally.
So that
Over
will
here.
trigger an attack of opportunity.
Yes.
Here we go. That roll. Oh, that's a miss probably with a 12. Like just barely
That is a
misses.
miss. Barely missed.
Catches the butt,
Miss
hold
on the naked gnome.
catches the butt flap of his pajamas.
Oh no! And I get a little toot, like a cute little toot, you know.
Butt flap on the PJs. You really are 40, huh?
I'm 250. Thank you very much.
Okay, that makes more sense because that's some shit from the like late 1800s.
I really hate when you say "all age" out loud. It makes me that old too, and I don't really like it. To be fair.
Age is just a number, too.
Oh, you're right.
We're old as fuck.
I was so confused. I was like, "Who is Adam acting as?" Right?
Yeah, I've got to the point where I just talk as him just to see like where we're at. Okay, so you move over, you get a little like a kiss of wind on your booty, and you're now on the other side of the room.
All right.
I thought we had the episode title, but now it's got to be "Kiss of Wind on Your Booty."
Yeah. I'm just gonna do the tripartite beam again. So
Not
yeah.
force damage?
Dite.
Not force damage?
You
Not-
said-
Well,
Yeah,
I
the
looked
force
at it. I
damage
thought
thing.
it was force damage, is bludgeoning damage. So yeah.
You sack of
I never thought it was force. You sack a butt flap.
Thought there. I think there's a lot of
I
subtext
said,
there. You know?
"Tubes on your butt flap."
Okay, let's see if this hits. I'm gonna target the one directly below the one that Sayun is facing off against, so he can get that kill shot and regain some of his
The one facing
stamina.
Ryan, yeah.
Yes. Wait, where are you? You're not
I
even
saw-
on my screen. Oh, you're right there.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not even on my
You
my
might want to
screen.
reload your map there.
Yeah,
buddy.
well, that kind of changes where my positioning, because like he would have cover, right? If I want
Oh,
to shot.
totally. Yeah.
Well,
Also, you might want to get adjacent to the person with biotic invigoration.
Well, only one person can benefit from that.
I know, but
Okay.
like we can have a discussion
Yeah.
if there's more than one person.
so I'm in my new position, which is just
Got it.
one more square diagonal, like below.
That's
So
fine.
I-
4 more
yeah.
attacks of opportunity come at you.
Here we go. That's probably not gonna do it. So that's a 15 against EAC.
That is actually a hit.
Nice. All right. Damage. click those buttons.
Click those buttons.
Not a good one.
1, 2,
For this
4.
one.
Yikes.
7 total.
So 3 total.
Yum.
Gross. But hey, some of it goes through. All right. It is the unshapely hologram's turn. It's going to move, chase you down, Gildy. It is going to attack with another slam. Here we go. With a huge miss. No. Beats
Wait,
on
wouldn't that
13.
trigger an attack of opportunity?
It sure would, but I just was doing this.
But you didn't do that.
Oh my god, but I did, so... flip this.
I mean,
reverse this situation. This situation.
I mean, you went in a straight line, man. Like, you flip this situation. If I went in a straight line, you would call me on it and be like, that's an attack of opportunity.
And then you'd be like, oh, I could go this way. I'd be like, cool, that's right, you could do that.
I don't know.
I wouldn't argue this point, honestly.
We got plenty of recordings that would prove that to be true. Here we go. This is a attack on you that's a meets beats with a 13.
Yep.
So you will take a little bit of damage here. 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh, thank goodness. Okay. Thank goodness it was so low.
All right.
There we go.
It's the one in the middle. We are going to do a full attack on Sayun. Flat-footed Sayun.
Yep.
Okay, first one is a 15.
That's going to miss. That's going to miss.
Why don't you just meet me in the middle?
All right, that one is a dirty 20 against flat-footed KAC.
Against flat-footed KAC. That hits.
All right, here we go with some damage. Okay, another 10 points. That's all I keep rolling on this damage roll. 10, 10, 10.
Okay, I mean, yeah, I'm going to take that and gain an EP.
Okay, so you're back up.
I was about to gain some more stamina.
All right, so he's going to try to get the killing blow on this, just the normal, non-aspected hologram server.
Right. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't have any kind of unique feature.
Just the vanilla hologram.
Yeah. Okay, so I feel pretty good about that. I think it's gonna be a dirty 20, right? 13 on the die plus 7.
You think it's gonna be a dirty 20?
It's gonna be a dirty 20. Yeah.
That is a hit.
Okay. Great. Tropic Strike, please do some damage.
Nice.
5.
Well, with only 4 hit points remaining.
Oh my gosh, let's go.
That'll do it nonetheless.
Wonderful.
Okay, so Sayun will gain 1d4 plus 3.
Nice.
Alright, so that's another 6. Put him at 11. And I choose to once per combat gain an additional EP whenever I gain health. So he's going to use that.
Class feature?
Yeah, it's a class feature. What is it called though? It's an inversion aspect. It's a Vanguard aspect that I got at level 4 inversion.
Nice. Sweet.
Yep.
Very cool.
Okay.
All right, one down.
That was just an action though. I still have a move action, you know. And I think take a 5-foot guarded step. Still adjacent to Raya. But it gets me closer to where I want to be. All right, it's my turn.
All right. Excellent. It is the replicable hologram. And saying, I'm just going to keep on you, man. We'll get that will save.
Okay. 9.
All right. And here comes an attack.
Pop-ups! Ah!
All right, but I believe that's a miss, right? 18 against flat-footed is a miss.
18 against flat-footed meets beats.
Oh, shit.
Casey.
Bro.
Yeah.
Dang, dude. All right.
Cool. I'm going to mitigate it, though.
11 points, so you'll mitigate it
6
to 7.
points.
Yeah. Oh, Huh?
Oh no, you're right. You're right. So
Yeah.
yeah. It's a 7.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Great. All right, Raya, you're up.
I am stunned. No one's even attempted to hit me in the middle of this jumble of enemies. I held off on the biotic invigoration last time, thinking I would get hit, because I take stamina from the initial pop of it. I'm still at max, so I guess it would be a standard to give Seiyun the potion, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I'd have nothing to do with my move action.
Right. Except guarded step. That's all you really could do.
Right. I guess, I hate, this is the most inefficient way to do my best ability, but I'm going to use a swift action to biotic invigoration and waste getting so much stamina on the initial burst.
So why are you doing it then?
So that for the rest of the combat, Seiyun will get stamina healing for the next 3 turns.
Right, but if you use it now, you can't use it again unless you get a short rest, right?
Yeah, but that's literally the only way I can do stamina healing. Like,
Okay.
Just do some damage, man. Get one of these combatants out of the way. You know,
I can do that either way.
Fair enough.
If y'all don't want me to do it, sure, I'll choose to not heal you. If you
Save
don't
it
want
for the
do
core
whatever you
fight,
want.
dog. Save it for the core fight. That's all I'm saying, man.
Okay, man. Like, I don't know. I feel like getting punished here or ridiculed for being a good guy.
Literally nobody's punishing you or ridiculing you at all.
Okay.
Legally distinct from ridicule and persecution.
I think of it much more like I would like you to use it at a more advantageous time.
I think that's a smart play, personally.
My bad. Badly injured hovers over your head, but I will refrain from doing anything to address that situation. And I will just continue to attack, because that's what you want me to do. Remember that.
I will.
Alright. We'll, let's see. The 2 of these, I can't really see. I don't have a sense of how damaged either one is, so I don't know which one to go after. I'm going to attack the one that's been attacking Seiyun.
Yeah.
That is a 25.
That is a hit. We're doing single attack, not full attack.
Oh, actually, no, I was going to full attack because I literally have nothing else I can do if y'all don't want potions or biotic invigorations. So 21 will still hit. Okay, good deal. And then we'll just do the damage, see if I kill it.
Well,
13
I see
cold damage. Yeah, in case I kill it.
You're right.
I don't want to
it
attack
does
the
not.
same guy. Okay, good deal.
6 goes through.
Alright, we'll attack it again. And that will be a dirty 20.
That will also hit.
Nice.
Okey-doke.
Ooh, nice.
And that is another 13 cold, which will, be half.
All right, so you get it pretty close to glitched out all the way. It's still up, but barely. Barely. It's like barely
close.
I know, it was really, really close, but not quite. We're at the top of round 8 here. Subhana, you're up. What you got?
So, because these are constructs and there's debates on stamina and whatnot, really, this just presents a unique opportunity for me to just reserve my spell slots for Blessing of Youth, at least my level 2 spell slots. Mm-hmm. So, that allows me to go ahead and provide another one to Seiyun.
Is Blessing of Youth touch, by the way?
It is not.
Okay.
Well, hold on. Let me double check that.
Because Mystic Cure
Targets,
is.
duration, saving throws.
It's got range.
It's got
Yeah,
range.
yeah.
Nice, dude. That's
25
a sweet
feet
spell,
plus 5.5
man.
plus 2 per 2 levels. Yeah. So yeah, that is going to be. Yeah, I'm in range. So yeah, let's go ahead and get that. 6. Oh, literally got. There we go. 2. And that's a 7. Okay. So
15?
14.
14.
No, 15. 15. I'm sorry. It is 15. Yeah.
Okay.
Much appreciated, Subhana.
You
Puts
got
me
it.
back to 19 stamina.
Nice.
Right.
This is
Still
awesome.
half. It's like less than Slightly less than half, but we're
All right.
we're cooking though. We're cooking.
We're
We can
getting
take
there.
another
We're getting
hit.
there.
We can take another
Yeah.
hit. You know.
No, I couldn't do it anyway. I only got 30 feet of movement speed. I was thinking about flanking because a Vesk is never unarmed.
It's true.
But if you're holding a long arm,
Yeah, that's true.
you can,
you're actually
you can
not, 'cause
switch.
you
You
just
can
cast
switch
it, yeah.
grips.
well, you
can
also
switch
just
grips
casted a
as a
spell,
swift action.
so
Yeah.
you already have done that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I wouldn't be. Yeah, I wouldn't be threatening at all. Anyway,
You know,
No, you
is
would.
what
You
I'm-
could. You
what
could
I'm
be
saying.
threatening.
Because you just casted a spell means you have to have a free hand, right? So you switch.
Yeah.
yeah,
Swift action.
I see. I'm
Yeah.
yeah, I get what you mean. So yeah, swift action. Go ahead, switch grip, and spend my 30. I'm gonna at least be able to flank with Raya right now.
Sure, yeah.
All right.
I know that would provoke actually.
What if I instead?
There's no way to get there without provoking.
I don't like that.
You haven't been hit at all, dude.
Yeah, but I also don't have stamina.
Yeah, you are down from this fact.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I wouldn't.
I don't think I. Here's what I'll do. Compromise. I'll go 20 feet, get adjacent to Seiyun.
So he can bodyguard you.
Sure. Yeah, like, ugh. You know what? Okay, sorry, I've been dickering
Never
around
fear,
enough. So let's go 15
My
feet.
shield is large enough for us both.
There we go.
All right, beautiful. Gilderon, you're up.
All right. Gilderon is going to take a guarded step back. Right there. To be a little bit behind Raya, but out of range of the unshapely hologram servitor. And then I don't have my weapon. I don't have my whistle popper. I just have jammers.
Just jammies, dude. That's it.
Just jammies.
You got like a little telekinetic projectile?
Yeah,
there?
yeah.
well,
but
and
I
spells,
do.
Like,
Yeah.
a Vesk is never unarmed. A spellcaster is never unarmed.
Until you're
So
out of
this
spell
is what
slots.
I'm gonna do. I'm gonna target Seiyun, and I'm gonna cast the chromatic safeguard on him.
Okay.
Because Raya has plenty of energy resistance, so I'm gonna give Seiyun a little bit of energy resistance. So that is 3 colorful wisps. I get to choose
One
Wait.
of them.
1 additional for every 4 caster level, so that I get 4.
No, because you'd have to be 5. Because you start at 1 and for every 4. Oh, no, you're right. You're
Yeah,
right.
You choose 1 wisp color and determine the others randomly by rolling a 1d6. Okay, so the first one's going to be electricity. I feel like that's probably
Smart.
apt.
That's what they're doing to us, right?
Yeah. Well, like, robots and Korra and all that.
Yeah.
Figured be electricity. So, let's see. You have an electricity. You have a fire. You have another electricity.
Oh, nice.
And you have a fire. 2 fires and 2 electricity orbs
Roger that.
floating around you. And every time you take 1 of that damage, you can pop 1 for some damage mitigation.
How much?
Let's see. It is. Why doesn't it not? It's 1d6 plus 4.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Sweet.
Pretty good.
Determined
Pretty good
at the
amount of.
time. That's pretty good. Yeah.
All right. So there we
Minimum
go.
5. Thank you.
All right. Very good. Very good. It is now the Unshapelies. It is going to stop trying to mess with Gilderon because Raya's right here. So, Raya, I need you to make a will save as it
Okay.
throws the ads at you.
All right, this is my Achilles heel. If for especially mainly for the listeners, but also for you guys, the vital niche. Its drawback. Every evolutionist spec has a drawback. I'm at max mutation points, which means I'm at max negative will. My drawback is will saves. I'm at -1 to my will saves right now.
Ooh.
Yep.
Ouch.
So I am going to use one of my inspirations
Yeah.
because I
to
still
get,
got
to
a
get
few.
a net positive 1.
Yep. So let's go with that. All right. I rolled a 2 on the die. I'm glad this isn't Pathfinder or Starfinder 2nd Edition, because it would be the criticalest of critical fails.
Yeah. All right. So you're flat-footed. You know.
Yeah.
That's the main thing that happens here. But now I'm going to attack you.
Yeah.
With a single attack. All right. This probably, I don't know.
Well,
it is a 17 against your flat-footed KAC, so that is going to hit.
Bodyguard?
My normal.
It's still too late.
You waited too late.
I know.
Man.
I know.
You got the bodyguard.
The thing is, I need to know what your AC is. You know what I mean?
I've told you in the recording session. It's 18.
You have to do it before I give a number. Anyway.
That's what I'm saying. It's like the bodyguard thing. You got to learn to be okay with feeling like you're being a dick, because you got to interrupt the GM before he has a chance to tell you what he rolled.
You can say you can do it after the number, but before it's confirmed whether it's a hit or miss.
It's immediately confirmed when I say it, because he knows the AC. You know,
you got to do it out the gate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to do it at the declaration of attack. I'm pretty sure.
Plus, Raya's fully topped off. Like,
all right, Raya, you're going to take 13 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay. You're going to take electric damage for hitting me,
though. Oh, sure am.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Yeah. Is that halved? I mean, I guess any damage is halved. It's not an attack. It's just you're going to take it for hitting me.
Yeah, so how much is it?
It's a D6.
All right, roll that D6.
All right. Max damage, baby, is 6.
All right, so it's 3 points.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. All right, that is its turn. Sayun, you're up.
Okay. Sayun is going to target the replicable hologram survivor, obviously the one that's in melee range. And he is going to infuse an entry point into this attack for an extra d4 of damage. It's sketchy. This is getting sketchy, you know? It just is. Okay, I feel 23. 23. That's a hit, right?
Yeah,
That's a
totally.
Hit. Okay, and then I'll add a d4 on top of that. Acid damage.
Cool.
Yep. So that's six acid damage.
That's after the halving, right?
That's after the halving.
Yep. That is enough to fell your foe. Let's go.
Shing. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and gain that stamina as well. Ooh, max stamina.
Nice. You guys are doing great here.
This stamina regen.
I know, it's
outrageous.
Insane.
It's so good.
It is.
I haven't, and that's without me doing any of mine. You know,
right? Yeah, I mean, the way that the stamina manipulation of this party is nuts. Okay, so you have a move action.
Yes, and he will use it to step up into melee range. You know, still adjacent to Raya. I don't really need to get any further, I don't think.
Yeah, I think you're good.
Yeah.
All right, Raya.
All right. I mean, has this one been dealt any damage?
A little.
This is the one that was over by Gil.
This is just the 3 points that it got from hitting you.
Right. Okay. And now I'm just debating. Like, I've taken some stamina damage. I would benefit from the initial burst. And if, you know, I mean, bad luck can happen and some people are low. But I could save the biotic invigoration. This is when it's an actually difficult choice, you know. I guess let's just try to beat him down, because if we have another combat before we get wherever, Sayun's doing some stamina healing to himself, and we have Sue doing some. I just feel guilty for not doing it. You know what I'm saying? No. Nobody feels me.
Yeah, no, I understand.
It was just like crickets, and I was like, all right.
Yeah, no, I mean,
shut up.
I feel you, but it's okay. It's fine. You know, like we're in good shape. Right now.
I've spent 40 episodes trying to do it every time we're in combat, so it feels weird.
Well, this is the first run of consistent combats where you don't have a chance to break. You know, so
right. All right. So we're gonna full attack. There's one enemy left, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. A natural 1 on the first one. So
Yikes.
I guess let's get that out of the way. I've used 2 inspirations in this fight. I'm hanging on to it. That fell out of the box. Okay. 19 on the die.
All right, it's good. You're good.
Yeah.
You're good.
All right.
26 to hit.
Okay, that is 10. 10 cold damage.
All right, it's 5 that goes through. We're doing some work
Oh,
here.
I'm sorry. It's with I'm at 5. It's 12. It's 2 higher.
All right, so 1 more goes through.
Yep.
All right, awesome. Top of round 9, guys. Round 9. Subana, what you
Jeez,
got?
and we are at 9 rounds, y'all.
Yes,
Fuck.
indeed.
Okay.
Two fights, you know.
Yeah, true. Subana's gonna go 15 feet south and then 5 feet west. That'll be 10 feet gap between her and the unshapely hologram servitor with his lumpy head. And
Yep. It's really unshapely.
Call him Karini, you know?
Yeah, great.
right.
Took us way too long to get there, guys. Took us way too long.
We got there. We got there. All right.
Unshapely had to make its way to the head
Yeah,
specifically.
but you're right. You're right.
Karini's got a lumpy head. All right, it's done.
All right. Let's get set. Let's try for some damage with the azimuth laser rifle.
Oh, that old thing?
Yeah, that old thing.
That old chestnut.
You know I got that thing on me. All right, that's 6 on
Imagine
the...
my grandma say, "You know I keep that thing on me."
Snap
Say,
thing.
that's why I call you G in it.
What'd you get there, John?
that's a 6 on the die for 12.
that will not do it.
Yeah.
All right.
That's
Cool.
all I can do.
All right, now that this unshapely motherfucker isn't right up next to me, I'm gonna have a move action to get up north.
Get away.
Get away,
now.
get away.
Give it away.
Wait, get away now. And then I am going to use some harrying fire.
There it is.
Yeah. Well, no, I can't. I don't have my gun. I can't do it. I'm
It'd
just
be
gonna.
very hard to do that in pajamas with no weapons.
Yeah, it,
just figured
With your butt flap just hanging out.
that's right. Pew! I'm just gonna telekinetic projectile this guy.
There you go.
Just like do
There
it.
you go.
Okay. It's happening. And I'm gonna hit.
Yes, you are.
Yes. 24 against kick.
All right, let's get
Nice.
that damage.
All right. 4 bludgeoning.
2.
2
Yeah,
bludgeoning.
50% of something is better than 100%.
Literally
Better than
better
than
than
nothing.
All right, it is its turn. Let's see. Let's stay on Raya. Let me get a will save.
I'm not wasting inspiration because it's just flat-footed.
Yeah, it's just flat-footed.
Wish I could replace your will save.
Okay, I rolled a 17 on the die, which will make it a 16.
All right, so you pass. Here comes a shot, slam.
A shot.
A shot. Here comes a shot. So that's probably a miss then with a 14 against your KAC.
That is certainly a miss.
Yeah, all right. All right. Sweet.
Good
Say
stuff. Sayun, man, you know what Sayun does? He's got a big sword and he swings it on people. So that's what he's
Let's
going to do right here. To
Any
this.
pumpage? You gonna take a hymns
I
mitt?
don't love the phrasing. You know?
Yeah.
Any pumpage? You gonna pump that thing up?
You gotta pump
You
up
gotta
your
pump it
entropic
before you
stride.
penetrating?
Why don't you go ahead and pump it real quick?
I hate it so much.
Yeah.
No,
Now
he's
it's
not.
definitely a thing. Now it's gonna
Just a little chubby.
just put a little pump in it.
That is 18 against the AC to hit.
That'll hit. Don't you wish you pumped it?
Pump it
Nah.
up. Put the pierce on.
Too late.
it.
It's too late.
Penetrate.
You gotta pump it before you hit it.
All right, 5 after all is said and done. 5 acid
right.
damage
All right. We're doing
50%.
it. We're doing it.
of something.
Raya, you could do it here.
It's better than not a goddamn thing.
With a critical hit. That's all you need.
I mean, it's not been the night for that. I don't know that anybody's crit on anything that was relevant.
No, John had a crit, right?
John,
Yeah.
there's been 2 natural 20s, but those weren't like they were like skill checks and shit, weren't
No, it was a kill shot, dude.
they?
What?
Okay. My bad. Look, it's been a long night. We've been recording 3 episodes.
Yeah, it's punchy time.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, we're just gonna swing it all out on the dude here.
Full attack.
Yep.
All right, let's go.
Okay. I mean, the rhythm has been miss the first one, hit the second one, and that's probably going to continue with a 10.
That is miss.
Yep. All right. And then, okay, so 20 total. So,
Yeah.
10 higher. All right. Minimum damage for 10 cold damage.
Y'all are taking this thing down 5 points at a
5
time.
points at a time, man.
Points at a
It
time.
really is.
Oh Lord! Now should it be 1? So it's 11, actually, because you're at 5 mutation points. It doesn't actually change the half, but just to keep it right.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
All right. Top of the round 10. Sibana, you gonna steal this kill from your group?
Come on,
Let's
Sabana,
see
you
if
can do
I
it.
can. Let's see if I
You
can.
gonna steal the kill?
Alright. That's gonna be a dirty 20. Almost
That's a hit. That's a hit. That's a hit. All right, dude. This could be it. This
Could
could
be
be it.
6 plus 4. That's gonna be 5 fire damage after half.
Yes.
Okay, 5.
Oh, after
Well,
half.
after
So that,
that.
Yeah, after
that you
half.
fucked us all up. Just tell us the damage and we'll
Yeah,
have it.
10 total fire.
Okay.
Either way, 10 to 5 beats 2. You done it. They're down. We got through a gauntlet of 3 episodes tonight, and we'll see y'all.
Hey,
We'll see
nah,
ya.
I fucking crimson bangle up and teleport out of the door just so I get to use it.
There you go.
We'll see you.
Teleport out of there.
Where'd
and
she
double this
go?
shit. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll fucking see you. Thanks for listening to the STF Network. If you want to hear more from us, check out our other Starfinder and Pathfinder shows at the STFnetwork.com. That's the STFnetwork.com. And support us on Patreon to listen to our bonus podcast, including our homebrew adventures and Tom Talks, our behind-the-scenes show. Stay groovy, possums.